Action News investigator Scott Lewis puts on hip boots. You know it means deep trouble. This time, it's the problem with the Detroit Water Department. And the issue is how much clean drinking water is actually going down the drain because of leaks in vacant houses. Scott now joins us live via Skype with more on what he's uncovered. Hip boots, huh, my friend?
Had to put them on for this one, Vic, and I'll tell you, this is going to be a real embarrassment to the Detroit Water Department because we're talking about good, clean drinking water. It's going right down the sewer, and the thing is that people report this to the city and nothing happens.
2 weeks ago, the investigators exposed this embarrassing little secret on Detroit's northwest side. Water shooting out the side of an abandoned house after a thief stole the spigot.
The water's been spewing since about the middle of June.
That was the embarrassing part for the city. Neighbors have been calling the water department for 2 months, and nobody came out to fix it until the Action News investigators made a call.
I'm just wondering if there's something we can do to get this shut off.
A couple hours later, they sent out a crew, dug a hole, turned a valve, and the water flowing for 2 months was off. A couple days later, we got a phone call from a viewer in northeast Detroit about this vacant house. And you thought this was bad? There was so much water spewing in the basement of this place on Mark Street, we had to suit up with rubber boots. And what has the neighbors hopping mad is how long the water has been running, despite repeated calls to the city.
And that water's been running over there for 3 years.
3 years?
3 years the water's been running. That's affecting everybody's water bills. And then they're quick to come out and turn everybody's water off. About
the same time the tip came in about this 3-year waterfall, we got another email about Lucille Poe's dilemma. All of a sudden, she got a $400 water bill, at least 4 times her normal bill. Nobody at the water department will explain why, and they're threatening to cut her water off if she doesn't pay up.
I'm not trying to get something for nothing. I don't want that. I'm not looking for that. I just want them to be fair.
Now, this is just part of the story. You're going to see my full investigation tonight on Action News at 11. You're going to be surprised about how much water went down the drain in that one house. We did a rough calculation. And the thing is, no matter where you live in Metro Detroit, you pay for it because they just spread this leakage out to everybody else's water bill. We're expecting by 11 o'clock tonight, we're going to have a response from the city on why it took them 3 years to respond to those complaints, Vic.
I mean, Scott, based on that video, I mean, there's a ton of water that's going down the drain as we just saw. Any idea what percentage of water Detroit that produces is lost because of leaks like that? It's got to be monumental.
It's a lot, Vic. The city in reports has said it loses about 17% of all the clean water it produces. Now, that's everything from leaks in water mains to water main breaks and leaks in vacant houses. John McCullough, who's in charge of water for Oakland County, tells me he thinks it's way more than that, possibly 30%. And if that's true, then we're approaching levels that you find in third world countries.
Wow. Look forward to your story, Scott. Thanks for joining us this morning. Alicia.